Hello and welcome to this video. Now in this video, let's go ahead and look at Artistly. Okay, more specifically, we're going to look at the AI image designer. Now when you select the AI image designer, you're going to find this in this section. So when you start for the very first time, you're going to see the dashboard. Okay, what you need to do is select create design. Now within the create design section, you're going to have two designers you can choose from: the fast AI image designer and the advanced AI image designer. Okay, so for this we need to select fast AI image designer, and straight away we're going to see the tab is already illuminated AI image designer right here. Okay, now when you're on this section, you'll see different sections as you go through. For this specific one, we are going to be looking at the AI image designer. Okay, so straight away you're going to see step number 1. So depending on the purposes of what you intend to use Artistly for in terms of the fast AI image designer, within the selection here of AI image designer, we've got a series of different applications we can actually use this for. So we can create from a prompt. Okay, start from scratch. Literally, as you go in, you'll see this, and I'll explain a little bit more shortly. Okay, so when you're creating from a prompt, you simply enter a text, which I will do very shortly. And what it is, the prompt will essentially describe your desired image. Okay, alongside that, we'll have other applications of logo, where you can create logos. These are templates and you can recreate them. Okay, and then we have photorealism. We've got animal designs, t-shirt designs, social media posts, seamless patterns, virtual influences, post, maker, sticker, and cards and invite. Okay, which I will show you each and every single one of them in the subsequent training videos. Okay, but for this specific one, let's have a quick look at create from prompt. So this is something, if you want to create something, you know, immediately just from a single prompt, these are more or less guides and already structured for you. So they specifically created these individual features that straight away, okay, if I want to create a logo, we already have that set up. It's already modeled into the AI programming. If you want to create photorealism images, animal designs, t-shirt designs, social media, etc., etc. So pretty self-explanatory, especially with, you know, seamless patterns. If you want to create, you know, for clothing ranges, you know, patterns that essentially, when we talk about seamless, you know, it's a continuation of a design. So if you put this on, you know, any kind of bed covers, pillows, clothing, curtains, and use, you know, other apps, when you come to selling physical products, this would be another great addition for that. Virtual influencers, post makers, as you could imagine, etc., etc. So for this, let's go ahead and jump straight into create from prompt. Let me show you what this will look like. So when you're on this right now, create from prompt, you're going to see a number of settings and different elements to this. So step number 2, you need to enter your prompt. That's where you're going to first start. Subsequently, you'll see the settings section. So you can actually have a different individual folders that you can create. Okay, in order to make those folders, you'll simply go to personal designs, and within personal designs, you'll see this little plus button here where you can actually create those folders. Okay, so here you have some pre-ready made, so just simply assign a name, add the folder, and it'll populate. The reason for this is it just keeps things more organized for you. So when you're creating those images, you can actually then designate the prompt directly into the folder instead of it just being in you know, the personal design section. So you can have everything all nice and organized, whether you're using this for personal projects or individual personal projects or individual client projects. So you know where everything is. Just makes things more tidy and you know, structured. Okay, next you've got the ability to select visibility. So what this means is you have the option of keeping your images private, or you can make them public. And what this means is that there's a tab called community designs. Now in this section here, you'll see all these amazing designs by all other users that are being crafted and created. And the great thing about this is that you can actually see other designs from all other members. And if you know, it's a great place. You can share designs, you can take inspiration, you can actually use you know, use and remodel and recreate just by going into it. You can actually take the design prompt and reuse. So say as an example, if I was coming in here, we've got design prompt here, I can simply copy this and I could go back to the AI image designer, create from prompt. So this is where it starts. Okay, so I'm just going to show you an example. So this is where you would put the prompt. Now, a wise old owl owl perched on a branch, its large eyes peering out from its feathery face, pointed in a soft watercolor browns, grays, and creams with detailed texture. So this is essentially where you would put a prompt. Okay, now you don't have to have a long prompt. So if I delete this, let's just say a male model standing in a city center with sunglasses and red hair. Okay, let's just go for something unique. Now you've got a couple of options when it comes to entering your prompt. Now you don't have to be, the prompt is one of the key driving factors for the engine as you would have in a car. Okay, so the more specific you are with the prompt, the better results you will have. So don't be afraid to put as much information as you can. Okay, describing the desired image. Now, even if I put a limited amount of information, okay, right, so I'll put limited, one little line there. So if I just copy this and I cut it, let me show you something. So the moment that has now disappeared, there were some icons. I don't know if you got that, but there were some icons that have now also been removed. So if I put this prompt back, you'll see now we have these two little icons have now appeared. One of them is to enhance the prompt, and one of them is to edit or modify using AI. So what this means is, let me actually walk you through this. So say, for example, I can use this prompt as is, and I can go ahead and generate an image. Okay, when generating, you'll have both speed and quality. If you want something with high quality, it may take a little bit longer, but you'll focus more, okay, on the quality of the image. But if you want to have some quick generation designs, you can actually select fast. But for the purposes of this, let's keep it as high as quality as possible. And when you're creating, you can actually select up to 4 quantities. Okay, so when you create an image, instead of having it one, just to make life easy, you can actually have 4 different variations, which is great because it gives you a wider selection of images to choose from, whether it's for personal or client designs, okay, or projects. Next, you'll see something called choose aspect ratio. So this essentially is, a nice little breakdown of different aspect ratios or different size and dimensions of the designs that you're creating. So, 16:9 would be perfect for thumbnails if you want to do graphics, for YouTube, etc. And then you got other important things like 9:16, which is perfect for mobile devices and TikTok, Instagram, Reels, and so on and so forth. And you'll have different dimensions if you want to create maybe an ad, maybe you wanted to create a banner for social media, and so many different dimensions that are help you in your designs for the purpose that you intend for it. So it's just a nice aspect for it. Okay, now with this, coming back to the prompt, I can use this prompt as is, or if I go to enhance prompt, once I select it, the AI here will take my prompt and it'll enhance it. So it will actually add in the blanks. It'll really break it out and enhance and add so much more to the prompt, where it started very one single line. Now the great thing about this is it takes a lot of the headache away from me. So it's actually built out a prompt of what the design it's enhanced the initial prompt that I gave it. But the great thing about this is that if there's anything that I don't like in this prompt, so say for example a tall lean male model approximately 25 years old, so I could change, maybe I want a muscular male, maybe I want him to be 35 years of age. Okay, maybe I want him in London City or New York City surrounded by skyscrapers. Maybe I want to remove that and say maybe he's surrounded by yellow cabs, okay, that reflect off the wet pavement. Maybe I want a dry pavement. So anywhere or any changes you want, you can just simply come in here and manually edit until you get the desired prompt that you want. So it just takes a lot of the headache of creativity. If you don't want to be creative, that's fine. The AI can actually help you do that. Okay, now secondly, we got edit with prompt. So with the edit to prompt, what the difference is, that one will enhance the prompt. This one will make specific changes. So say for example, if I had 35 years of old, I could say change the age from 35 years old to 25. Okay, if I want a lean male model changed, I can instruct it instead of me going to manually do it within the prompt. I can just have the AI to do it for me. So any changes, say for example, if I want to change the scenery, or maybe change the style of the image. In terms of style, let's just say maybe I wanted to have it as a Pixar style, maybe photorealistic, or maybe I want to have it in watercolors, maybe some kind of sketch. anything like that, we can simply add it in there. And we can say, as an example, look, change the male to a female. Okay, as an example, select edit prompt, and instead of me going in there, it will repurpose that prompt to make sure it is being updated for me without having to go in there and get my hands messy, so to speak. So a tall, lean female has now been created. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, what I would do, I can select up to 4 different versions, and then I could select one by one, if I want to create an ad, and let's go ahead and select generate. Once you generate that, it will then start processing. Okay, and now as you can see, it has now redirected me to the personal design section. That's where I will wait until processing has occurred and those images are created, and there we go, we've got the image has now been created. Okay, 4 different versions, and essentially 4 different positions of the female, and you could just imagine the high quality content here if I just show you. So once they're done, you've got a couple of options now. You can actually view the image, okay, or you can select edit this image. Now once you select this actually goes into the advanced AI image designer, where you can actually make further edits. You can enhance the scene, you can remove things like in painting, you can expand the scene, you can do change the styles again, add text. You could really go ahead and customize it even in more detail from the original, okay, without having to change the image itself. Or you could simply go ahead, if you're happy, and download. Now for this demonstration, let's go ahead and view the image. Now this is what the image looks like. Okay, so you've got a beautiful image. You can see the wet reflective floor, you've got the blurry background, and you can see things like the shades, hint of mischief, okay, and you can see the white clothing in there, and black leather jacket, white dress shirt, and dark jeans, tailored to her athletic physique. Okay, now if you ever come on an image and it doesn't create what you may have in mind, there's a very powerful option to train up the AI. So you're not limited in any way. You can actually select regenerate. Now when you select regenerate, okay, it will take us back to the prompt section. You can see it's already filled. If I want to now take that prompt again, maybe I want to recreate it or change it to a male model, I can just simply come here and select male model. Okay, and I'll do the same. Let's get another 4 variations and generate. So I can keep creating different versions, or keep altering the prompt and make specific changes, or maybe subtle changes, as many times as I want. And you can see now it'll be in the processing queue, and just like that, here we have the male model now. So another version, so they could work hand in hand. So it's a great feature to have, and we're not limited when it comes to the AI image design. Okay, so let's just say, as another example, a young boy on a boat. Okay, let's just say young boy on a boat. I can expand it, but let's just keep this simple. Let's just say young boy on a boat, and let's see what comes up, and let's do it in another aspect ratio to show you how this would look like. Okay, so once we've done that, you can see now it's going to take us again back to the personal design section, and now it's put it in 16:9 or 9:16, which is going to be perfect for mobile devices. Okay, so if I want to create thumbnails or ads for thumbnails, there we go. So we have the picture of the boy. Now another great thing just to mention, if I go regenerate young boy, we can actually say in a particular style, like Pixar style, okay, like cartoon, and then we can have quantity again. Let's regenerate. So we can make another version, but this time we can actually be specific in the style that we want. So if you've got a particular style in mind, you can actually go ahead and do that. But there is another function or feature within Artistly. If I just show you, okay, if we go to the AI Art Illustrator, you'll see it's already got a lot of design. So this is a great place you can come, and you can actually have a particular style, or you can take inspiration from it. You can copy and paste and bring it across to your own prompt. But for this, let's just say there was an oil painting. You can see here, when you select a particular style, you're designating to the AI that I want to create an image that is based or modeled or created as an oil painting, okay? Or maybe you want a pencil sketch, etc., etc. And then you would put the prompt there, and then it would recreate it in that specific style instead of you having to do it manually. Now, another really important point I want to mention, you may have noticed, is something called Mirror Magic. Now, what Mirror Magic will allow you to do is take any image that you may have, or maybe a client, okay, from the internet, anywhere, you know, you've seen something that you want to recreate and remodel. Maybe you've gone out even physically to a bookstore, maybe you've seen a t-shirt design in a store, maybe a hat, maybe a billboard. You know, you could take a picture of it and you can actually drag and drop it into Mirror Magic, which I'll show you in just a moment. Okay, so before we get to that, let's go back to personal designs, and you can see the boy has been recreated in a Pixar style graphic, okay, design. So a young boy on a boat in a Pixar style cartoon. So, you know, it really is an advanced level of application when it comes to artistic. Now, if I go back to the AI image designer, let me go and grab an image. So let's go to create prompt, and instead of me putting a prompt, I could find any image online that if I wanted to recreate. So let's have a look. Okay, so if I found this image here, okay, let's go to Mirror Magic, select Mirror Magic, and you can actually browse on your computer, or you can simply drag and drop an image. Now for this one, if I go get, maybe I want to get a cartoon style image, you can see one I found here. It's going to upload that directly into Artistly, okay? And now what it's going to do is it's going to describe it. So it's kind of re-engineering the image, and it's giving you the prompt that was created. Okay, so it's breaking down the entire image into a prompt, some written form for you. So you can select, once you've done that, if you're not happy with it, you can regenerate, but you go ahead and select use prompt. And this works for even your own personal photos. If you can turn yourself into a cartoon or any kind of ad or whatever graphic that you find, you can reverse engineer it, and then you got that prompt now for that design that we had. We just make some 4 copies, and there we go. And that's it. So from the original, we'll give it a few moments and we'll see the outcome of the design we've taken, and we're going to remodel. So very powerful feature. And a lot of this, you know, the breakdown of the prompt and the folders and visibility and select quantity, aspect ratio will be very similar across a lot of the functions and features. Like, say for example, if we come over to the logo, you see it's the same setup for every single one. It will be the same. In the instance when we do come to logo, it'll be in a sense, you know, which one do you want to select, and it will kind of remodel these for you. So if I selected this, you can see it's already given me the breakdown of this, where you can come in and you make those tweaks. Okay, make tweaks, whether it's color, maybe you want to you can change around the text, any kind of changes, just to make sure it fits your requirements. So if I go back to personal designs, let's have a go ahead and look. So here we have a recreation of the image I took from the internet. Now what I'll do, let me find another really good one just to show you this. So Mirror Magic, let's find okay, let's find something else that we could let's find it like an ultra realistic model. Okay, so if I open that, and sometimes you can find sites that, you know, you have to you know, there are certain particular sites out there where, you know, people have to pay for designs and stuff, so you can actually go and find a, you know, very expensive image that you would generally have to pay for, but you could actually recreate it and use it for completely free. So there's so many sources out there. So here we have a nice breakdown of this graphic. Use prompt, and I come back, make 4 versions. And remember, you know, I am doing it in this one by one, but you've got so many different choices to choose from. Okay, so what we do, we give it all that few moments to process, and we shall see with what it comes back. And sometimes, you know, even the designs that you have don't need to be, you know, sometimes not very clear. It will recreate, and then we have an ultra realistic creation. Okay, using Artistly. Okay, remember, everything is AI generated, and it's very powerful in what it does. You don't need to hire a model, you don't need to hire a photographer. The expenses, the cost, all of that stuff is all done by the prompt. So this is why it's so important when it comes to the prompt.